Want to speak real French from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at FrenchPod101.com.
Hey guys, this is Pierre from France. Today's lesson we will target present tense. So you know in French you've got a lot of tense and the most basic one is the présent, present. Although the name is quite explicit and quite similar to the English word and the English tense, we need to explain to you some subtleties, some nuances that are happening with the usage of the present tense. So first we will target the usage, then I will show you how to form it, and then we will do some exercise to be sure that you understood everything. So let's get started with the usage. So here you can see 5 different usages. So the first one is current actions. So like in English, when you want to explain an action that is being done, you use present. So here, first example, je mange du pain. Here the verb is in red, manger, mange. Je mange du pain. In English, you can translate it by, you can use I am eating bread, or I eat bread. I am eating bread or I eat bread. Je mange du pain. So here, one way to translate that is to use the present in English as well, but also you can use the progressive one, I am eating bread. So this is current actions. In English, you can use present or progressive present, but in French, it's generally just present. Here you've got another example, il a faim. Il a faim. He is hungry. He is hungry. Il a faim. The verb here, avoir, a, present. So basically here you're expressing a feeling. So for a feeling, you usually just use the present. So that's current actions or current feelings. So here, what you're doing, I'm eating bread, je mange du pain, you use present. Or il a faim, I am hungry, this is my feeling, this is the current action, the action of feeling something. So this is present. So I think this is quite similar to the English one. So this is something really simple for you to understand. Remember that in many different situations you translate progressive present with present, simple present in French. So this was the first one for current actions. Then you've got another one, which is when an action has started before but is still underway. So basically here, je fais du tennis depuis 10 ans. I have been playing tennis for 10 years. So here, the tense that you use in English is not present. This is to be doing something. You use to be doing something. I have been playing tennis for 10 years. Je fais du tennis depuis 10 ans. Here, this is présent. Présent, je fais. Je fais. So like you're not doing actually tennis, like you're not currently playing tennis, but for 10 years you've been regularly doing some tennis, so you use, and you're still doing it, so you use présent, present, je fais. So this is an action that started, but is still underway. So here, you started before, but you're still doing it. So this is something that can be translated. This is present is a way to translate to be doing something in French. Then you've got true facts. True facts. Il s'appelle Pierre. So this is my name, Pierre. Il s'appelle Pierre. My name is Pierre, or his name is Pierre here. His name is Pierre. This is true. Il s'appelle Pierre. This is a fact that is true, so we use present here. But here is like something that is like general, like a general truth. La Terre tourne autour du Soleil. The Earth revolves around the sun. So this is true, and you need to use present to express that. And in English as well, you use present. So this is similar. For facts, true facts, you use present like in English. Then the next one is habits. when you want to express an habit that you have, you need to use the present in French. For example, if you are vegetarians and you want to say that you only eat vegetables, you can say Je ne mange que des légumes. Je ne mange que des légumes. I only eat vegetables. Légumes, vegetables. I only eat vegetables. So here, that's an habit that you have. Like when you eat, it's always vegetables. So here you use present. Je ne mange que des légumes. Another example is chaque lundi, je vais au cinéma. Chaque lundi, je vais au cinéma. Every Monday, you go to cinema. You go to the theater. So here, chaque lundi, je vais au cinéma. This is an habit that you have, so you need to use present. This is an action that you do regularly, here, every Monday. Chaque lundi, je vais au cinéma. Every Monday, I go to the theater. So this is an habit. And the last one is actions about to happen. If you want to say that you will arrive at 2 p.m., in English you use will arrive. But you can also say I arrived at 2 p.m. In French, this is more common to use just present. So if you want to say that you want to underline that the action is really about to happen, like it means you will really arrive soon, you can just drop the future and use the present. J'arrive vers 14 heures. J'arrive vers 14 heures. I will arrive at 2 p.m. or literally, I arrive at 2 p.m. You can also use the future here, but when you use the present, it means like it's really about to happen. So that's something that is almost done. Another example here is Je regarde un dernier épisode, puis je dors. So here you've got two verbs that are in present. Je regarde un dernier épisode, puis je dors. So I watch one last episode and then I go to sleep. So here it's present, but you still haven't watched your episode yet. Je regarde un dernier épisode. I'm about to watch one more episode and then I will go to bed. But here, because you want to, you're about to start but you still haven't started yet, you use present. Je regarde un dernier épisode, et puis je dors. Here again, when you say you use the present, it means, okay, I'm soon going to go to bed. It's just one last episode. So this is like really about to happen as well. So for the two verbs, you use present. So you've got 5 different kind of usages. Current actions, actions that have started but are still underway, true facts, habits, and actions about to happen. This is slightly different from English, so be sure to understand the difference. Basically, when you use I have been playing or I have been doing something, usually in French it's translated with present. And when you say I am doing something, I am eating, for example, in most of the case, you will translate in French with something in present, a verb in present. I am eating, je mange. But it's not always the case, but that's like kind of a tendency. So you've got this pattern and this pattern that are sometimes translated into English. So in most cases, you will use English present and French present in the same situations. But sometimes you've got some differences. As you can see here, to be doing something, here it's present. Or to have been doing something, here again it's present. And sometimes the will, like for the future, is dropped. So I will arrive, just j'arrive. So be careful with that. And remember all those usages. Now let's move on how to form that. The first thing that you need to know when you learn the difference between all the forms in French is the groups. So you know that there are 4 different groups. The first group, the second group, the third group, and then the auxiliaries. So I'm going to explain it once again. The first group is all the verbs with ending with er. Er, so here you've got an example, to walk, marcher. It's a verb from the first group, words ending with er. Then you've got the second group with verbs ending with I or. But it's not all the verbs ending with I or. Some of them are in the third group, so be careful. But most of them are in the second group. And then you've got the irregular verbs that are all the other verbs, and they are like really tricky because you need to learn by heart how to change their form. So that's kind of a pain, but you really need to know that because it's usually made of really common verbs like pouvoir, to be able to, or vouloir, to want. You need to learn those. So this is something that you need to be careful. First group, second group, third group. And sometimes verb ending with IR are also in the third group. And then you've got the two auxiliaries. The two auxiliaries in French are avoir and être, to have and to be. So here is the conjugation, the different forms for all of the verbs, all of the categories, and for the present only. So here, what is good with the first two categories, the first two groups, is it's regular. You've got no exceptions. So here is the verb marcher, to walk. Je marche, I at the end. Tu marches, IS at the end. Il, elle marche, I at the end. Nous marchons, ONS at the end. Vous marchez, I, they. And then il, elle marche, ENT. So what you need to do is just get rid of the ending, the ER, and you add always the same ending. So this is really simple. Be sure to learn all those endings, and you will be able to do the changement for the form for all the verbs of this group. And then this is similar in the second group, except the ending is a bit different. So here, if we take this verb, finir, to finish, you've got fini, 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 with a T, finissons, finissez, finissent. So here, be sure to check the S, and the T, and then those differences. And if you know the verb, you know it's a second group, you just get rid of the IR and you add the correct ending depending on the subject. So that's how you do that. And then be careful, once again, if some verbs ending with IR are from irregular verbs group. So be careful, you need to know that. And I'm not going to explain all the irregularities because otherwise it would be too long. But here are the two auxiliaries and you really need to know them. So here it's for the present, j'ai. Here, because it's starting with the vowel, you get rid of the I. Then tu as, il a, nous avons, vous avez, ils ont. And then for the verb to be, suis, je suis, tu es, il est, nous sommes, vous êtes, and ils sont. Ils sont. So this is what you need to remember for the present, and then learn the irregular verbs. So this is really simple. Like this is the easiest tense in French, and this is the most common one. So basically, we are lucky for that. So just remember all those endings. And now let's do some practice, because it's always good to, after a lesson, to practice. So here are three different sentences with a gap here, and I want you to complete with the verbs in blue here. So here you've got tu, and then the verb pleurer, it means to cry, and then pour un rien. So can you try by yourself to complete? I'm going to show you the answer after showing you all the examples. So here, il, something, the verb guérir, to cure or to heal. Plus vite que ce que je pensais. Il, plus vite que ce que je pensais. And then the last one, je, the verb to be, être, toujours le dernier. So if you have difficulties to understand the meaning of the sentences, I'm going to translate that into English. Tu pour rien. You're crying for nothing. Then the second one is, he is healing faster than I was expecting. And then the last one, I am always the last one. So here you've got the three verbs. Try it by yourself and then I will show you the answers. Okay, so the answers are pleurer. Pleurer ends with ER. So it's first group. So the subject is tu. Tu, ES. So you just get rid of ER and you add ES and you've got pleure. Tu pleures pour un rien. You cry for nothing. Then, guérir. Guérir, IR. Luckily, this is a second group verb. So you just check the subject. Il. You see here IT. So this is guérir. You get rid of the IT and you add you get rid of the IR and you add IT here. And the last one, verb être, here. Je, être, toujours le dernier. Je, subject, here, verb. So, je suis, toujours le dernier. So I'm gonna repeat once again. Tu pleures pour un rien. You cry for nothing. Il guérit plus vite que ce que je pensais. He is healing faster than I was expecting. Je suis toujours le dernier. I'm always the last one. So this was the first exercise. The second one might be a bit more difficult. I want you to translate a sentence from English to French. So here, she has been playing piano for 10 years. And the second one may be a bit more difficult. Whenever I get late, I feel bad. So the first one, she has been playing piano for 10 years. It's using a pattern that we've seen before. Do you remember? Okay, so now I'm going to show you the answers. She has been playing piano for 10 years. Elle joue du piano depuis 10 ans. Elle joue du piano depuis 10 ans. So here you've got the verb that is playing. Playing, joue, present. Joue is first group verb, so you just take this subject, you see it's E, so you add E at the end. And then the last one, whenever I get late, I feel bad. The translation is, à chaque fois que je suis en retard, so here there is a space, je me sens mal. So here there are two verbs, get late and feel bad. So get late is être en retard. Être en retard. So like it's like to be late, the literal translation of to be late. Je suis en retard. Je suis here. And then I feel bad. In French, the translation for to feel good or to feel bad, it's se sentir mal. Se sentir mal. So here you take the transformation. The subject is I, and then sentir. Sentir is irregular, so you need to know how to form it. And this is this. This form is sentir. So this one was a bit more difficult. So be sure to check all the irregular verbs. That's really important for you if you want to master all the common verbs in French, because the most common verbs are irregular. That's a pity, but you really need to learn that. So let's sum it up. So here we've seen the usage. So 5 different usages. When this is the current actions, when you started the actions but it's still underway, and also when you've got like true facts and habits, and then actions that are about to happen. It still hasn't happened yet, but it's really close to be done. Like it's about to happen. And then you need to remember all those different endings. So for the 2 groups, for the 2 main verbs avoir and être, and then learn the irregular verbs. That's really important. Well, if you remember all that, present tense is really easy for you now. So I really hope you like it. That's all for today's lesson. If you like it, you can click on the like button or subscribe to our channel. You can also leave a comment in the comment section down below. And if you want some more French resources, you can go on our website, FrenchPod101.com. You will find a lot of different contents that will help you to master French. See you next time, guys. Bye. Au revoir.